Hello, everyone. Hi. Hey there. My name is Chris Fair. Welcome to my YouTube, my Facebook. It's, Thursday, January 8th of the year of our Lord 2026. Can you believe it? I mean, yes, you can. Because again, it's January 8th. Hopefully you've been awake for like at least the first week. We're not rip bam winkles. But I'm excited to talk to you today about Sister Wives. This is season 20, episode 15, and it's a live recap. So I'm going to let some peeps get in the room and then also update you a couple of things. If you can hear someone singing, it's because some neighbor of mine, and there are two, this is just one of them who has come home recently, is just full throttle practicing at band practice. Sorry, I should put that off when I drink. But not nary, just feet away from me, and it's loud. So if you hear that, that's what's happening. Can I do anything about it? I mean, I have yelled at this person, not for this, just mostly, for being even louder and at an indecent hour. So I can tell you I shall move. It's just that this place is so affordable. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that is what is the apartment way of life, honey. I'm excited to talk about Sister Wives. And here's the thing. Do I make fun of that brown wood palace that Cody and Robin bought? Yes. But you know what? If they want to do a podcast, all they have to do is yell at Ari to shut up, which I wouldn't want to yell at Ari to shut up either because, she runs that house. Okay, so it starts in a way that is LOL, which is that Janelle is in Salt Lake City and she is in the wait, maybe I should wait for more people to get in the room. Hi. Sorry. I'm so excited to talk about this. Two people. You guys, what's happening on a Thursday? Please get in the room. Please like the video. Please let people know that, stuff is happening. Tickle my algorithm if you don't mind. How are you? Can you not hear that? Oh, it just stopped. Okay. It's kind of like, okay. It's whatever. I'm going to get over it. I'm getting over it. I'm like, this is a really good meditation for me. If I can tune this out, I can do so many other things in my life, like probably pay attention, maybe play a sport where you can focus, learn that thing. Anyway, Sister Wives obviously is going to, after this episode, this is the last episode of the season, and then we get into the tell-alls on however they want to break those apart, which I'm excited about because I love me some Suki. I'm so pumped. So, however, it's interesting because everyone on the Reddit streets are kind of like, well, I wonder what's going to happen from this moment on because they rarely film together and it's somewhat difficult to just keep having a statement be made by one and then try and cut to each one and just kind of always be going back and asking for more interviews that are comments on other people's comments because they won't film together because all you can do is just have people have conversations by telling them what the other person said and then being like, do you have anything to say about that? Which is, yeah, like a third hand interview conversation. It's like, remember how I forgot it was Christina Aguilera or something. It was like one of my favorite pop culture stories was maybe I don't know. This is what I want to say. Allegedly, none of this is real and none of this is true. You whatever comes out of my mouth is just fucking trash and bullshit. Okay. So, anyways, allegedly, maybe at the Abbey or something, years and years ago, Christina Aguilera would be there and she'd be with a bunch of people and obviously she wouldn't want to talk to the server or whatever. And the server would be like, well, what you would like. And then she would just stare at the person and then be like, and that person would be like, vodka or whatever. Vodka straight up. And that kind of reminds me of like, what can they do? It's just like a bunch of people that don't want to talk to each other, and then just will like side whisper to the producers, just being like, "This is what you can say." So anyway, he obviously did the apology tour to his wives. Now, the streets of Reddit are like, he's not going to do that in the next season for his kids. First of all, there's so many kids. you know, um, could you imagine if every episode of next season was him apologizing to any kid that would take it, and like a lot, like, like all the kids, just each episode, just one after another. I mean, that is what I'd watch. I mean, I would absolutely watch that, because then we would get so much backstory, like I would love him. Like if we had, I mean, even if I had to deal with like a Peyton whole episode, like would Peyton talk about like Mary and stuff like that? And, what Peyton's relationship, I mean, it's like, that's just one person with Cody, like with Logan, with Hunter, like, could you imagine going down the line? All of Janelle's kids, Maddie, like all of them, like Gwendolyn, and then jumping ship to Christine and doing all of those. Aspen, McKelty, other ones, Peyton. um. So anyway, I don't know. I feel like I'm excited to like deal with whatever they're going to give us, and also I feel like yeah, I'm really really pumped for how we get to see Robin kind of like deal with what her bed has been. She's made a bed and she's watching it from her bed. Okay, so Janelle got a spiritual release. We're starting, and yes, honeys, and she is so excited. Now in Salt Lake City, it's 7 o'clock. It's at 7 minutes. I'll tell a comment at the beautiful temple, or at least the drone shots of the temple. Gorgeous. I mean, listen. Hi. So here's the thing. I happens. You guys. Hi. Um. So anyway, I love a Mormon tabernacle choir. Like there are some things that the Mormons do very well, which is pretty things. Their temples are quite beautiful, but any temple is quite beautiful. Like I feel like, you know, all of the like Islamic temples are quite beautiful. Every like place of worship that I've been to has been mostly lovely, except for really modern day Christian ones. Those are like in big rooms and warehouses. But like, I hate to like brag, but Catholic churches, very pretty. Orthodox churches, gorgeous. Oh my God, Orthodox churches. Oh, please. So, hey guys. Now she can't actually film the ceremony that they are excited to have. Um, she can't actually like go to the elders and be like, we have a film crew. And, obviously my whole marriage fell apart. You guys watched the 20 seasons. So go ahead and grant me this. And here's the film crew that's going to watch me. Those elders are like, absolutely not. But they do give her a swift, honey, fucking bunch of papers. Like, yep, that mother, he abandoned you. We saw it, like we don't want, he is not any part of us. So she's like, great. She comes out like fucking, like Valerie Cherish and like the comeback. She's like, well, I got it. She holds up her spiritual release. I was like so happy for her because it meant a lot to her to be like gone from him. Now, here's the thing, like she's been married before. So I'm like, did you also get a spiritual release from Mary's brother? Spiritual releases, yeah, are kind of like getting your marriage annulled in the Catholic Church. I don't mean to keep bringing up Catholicism. It's just that, it's it's my inroad to organized religions, especially like wildly conservative ones, and also like Christiany ones. Okay, so here is a moment for us where we're like, Cody, this is crazy. So after that happens, the next scene is Cody back at home with Robin, and he obviously is done with his tour. And Robin is like, oh, I see a difference in Cody, just a real peace. And I'm like, oh my God. And he's like, yeah, we're going to celebrate this by going four-wheeling in Cinder Hills. And Robin almost perished last season on a four-wheeler. Can you imagine? And then him just being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it again because it didn't work." She got up. No, I'm just kidding. That's really bad. But I mean, like, can you imagine doing it again? He loves four-wheeling, and why? I feel like he feels like it's like a rush or whatever. It's just so dangerous, and she's so bad at it, and he's not great at it. I mean, and it's so temperamental, and he's getting elder. I mean, it's kind of like skiing. At some point, at least with skiing, you have more body control. And I think that you have a propensity for being better if you do it a lot, but, like, obviously it's very scary or whatever, God bless, because it's the skiing scary part is, like, trees and other people getting in your way. But four-wheeling, it's like riding a horse. No, because you can get even be better at riding a horse than four-wheeling. Four-wheeling is just so machinery. I don't have a good listen, obviously, I don't four-wheel. Is that obvious? But it's scary. And he almost, she almost perished. I don't know why I keep using that word because I don't want to say anything else. Okay, she almost hurt herself. And so what does he do? He's like, let's get on these fucking four-wheelers. And guess what happens? He hurts himself. He falls. He's not good at it. He, you know, tumbles, tumbles off. So he says, which I like this quote a lot because it does speak to exactly what he wants. He's like, the thing with Robin is that we have a great relationship where I get to be me, brave and kind. And it speaks to how Cody, of course, wants to view himself, which is heroic, almost like a knight, like Lancelot. I mean, he wants, I feel like they probably do role playing that involves her being Guinevere and him being a knight, and then like she has to give him like her handkerchief and she's like so mad about it. And he like does some dumb thing around the room, like jumps around or something, and he's like, watch me, mom, watch me. And she has to be like, hmm. And he's like jousting, who knows, a fucking pillow. And she's like, there's my rider, whatever, God bless. And I think that, like, he really gets off on being someone's I don't know, yeah, knight. The person that you, like, put all your faith in and claim, and he'll, like, do right by you, and you're proud of him, and he can look back at you and see your adoring face, and he also, in his eyes, sees your eyes give him lust. Wow, my man, my dashing hot like, Now, Robin did a lot of that for a lot of years. She has been giving him those exact eyes. My man, he's hot. What a stud. And at the same time, bashful AF. And all of that had put such a spell on him. Like it really, really did. It was like a siren song that pulled him from the boats and waters of like 3 different relationships with all those kids and then just has him stuck on an island. Yes. Yes. I'm going to do like crazy literary references. Ah, the Odyssey. It is, it is, we all, God bless, we have journeys and hindsight's 2020. I almost said 50-50, 2020. And it was like 100. Yeah, it's, it does feel that way though, right? Oh my God, Lisa. Dayton had a really bad accident on one of those with Cody. Hunter saved his life. Oh, Mary's brother died. Don't need for release. Lisa, God bless. Lisa coming in with, I mean, more than receipts, just like the hottest tea. Did you, Lisa? So, are you part of the book club where Leon sends you handmade art? Anyway, and also what you get. Okay, so thank you. So next scene is that Mary and Janelle go to get Turkish coffee, which we never can talk about. Which that's a whole conversation. And one part is this: Janelle, like I said, was married to Mary's brother who died. God bless. That's why she doesn't need a spiritual release from him. And then she, of course, married Cody, and Mary was already married to Cody. So she was the second wife, Janelle. And so Mary felt some type of way, weird about it. And Janelle didn't feel weird because Janelle was like, well, I was young then. I'm still young. That one died. He was, he wants me to be adjacent to him, and you seem adjacent, and also think that, they had a sexual chem, her and Cody. Oh my God, honeys. On the upcoming preview, Cody's like, I still might love her about Janelle. I think that is not true. Cause okay, here's the thing. I'm so surprised he would say that because I think that it's so disrespectful for Robin. I'm surprised he would say it unless he's fishing for enticing content for the next season. Okay. So that's one thing. And then Janelle tells a story where she's like, yeah, and one time I was in college and I met this Turkish man. And we're like, uh-huh. And then she's like, yeah, he was really, really nice. And we're like, mm-hmm. What else? What else happened, hun? And then she's like, yeah, and he took me to coffee. And the coffee was so sweet. I loved it. And I was like, what the are we talking about, Janelle? Also, why didn't you marry that man? God, why didn't you marry that man? You could have, I don't know, like had a completely different spicy life. God bless, God bless Turkey. That's what Sarper is, right? Yeah. Could you imagine Janelle and Sarper? It's a good thought. What sweet dreams. Okay. You know what? I hope that I hope that I remember this. If you cannot go to bed tonight, if you're just like tossing and turning, you're like, what am I going to do? Just think of Sarper and Janelle in a lifetime, in a different life, So she was into that Turkish man that made her that coffee. Turkish coffee was like, it was thick and sweet. I was like, oh, okay. All right, Janelle. Did he turn the cup over and then like tell you your fortune? Was he like, I see rings? And then did he not produce one? Like what? Okay. So basically, I'm happy to see this because we don't get to see them talk a lot. And obviously, Mary and Janelle have an interesting relationship. It seems like Christine will talk to Mary. Everyone will talk to Janelle. Everyone will talk to Janelle. Janelle will talk to everyone. She'll talk to Cody. She'll talk to Mary. She'll talk to Christine. She'll talk to like all the kids, everyone kids. And we even know weird things like Janelle was going to fuck over Mary with the sale or whatever, like thought about it. And she's still talking to Mary. Now, Mary, I don't know if she didn't know this at the time and now she knows after watching, and we're going to have to like have that. But, I'm just saying everyone will talk to Janelle, and she's now literally the glue because she's like an operator. She's going to have this conversation with Mary, and then later on she's going to have another conversation with Christine where she can talk about what she can talk about what happened with Mary. And of course, when she's with Mary, both of them can talk about what Cody said to both of them. So basically, Mary obviously had, and Janelle had polar opposite, I guess everyone had opposite situations in the apology tour experience, right? Janelle was like too nice, and Mary, not that she was too mean, but Mary didn't stick to 100% of what she was laying down and what she was saying when it came to what he should care about and what she should care about and telling someone, how to feel in a moment. She was triggered, and I get that. But Christine pretty much did a due diligence of having fucking, David there to be like, we should talk to your kids. And then Christine just having to give a bunch of faces like, okay. Now, it's unfortunate because Christine and Mary knew right away, and both can agree if they actually talk, they won't talk, that Cody wasn't shit for this fucking tour. And only did this for himself, right? Later on, Cody's like, I did this so I could apologize at the very end to the most important person, Robin. Have you heard of her? I don't know if I mentioned her before. Her name is Robin. It's with a Y. Honey, she came robbing me from my family. You can remember it that way, a heist as like smooth as a Louvre. I mean, the shy, pretty wife. My little assistant, my shy, pretty assistant, my direct line to God. She has such a conscience. I get conscious and conscience confused often. And if you ask me to fucking spell it, I'm like, oh no. One is conscience, right? One is like with a CIOUS, sure. Okay. So believe me, I want to move on. I wish I didn't have that tangent. So obviously Mary and Janelle Cody talked the spiritual release, and Janelle was like scared about that. And then, yeah, Mary is obviously like, well, he did that for himself. And she's like, yeah, it was so weird. Janelle was talking, and she's like, yeah, he would say things. I'd be like, oh, I've moved on. I don't care about that. And then Mary's like, oh, yeah, Janelle, he doesn't know us. He has no idea what our lives are like. He does not know us. And Janelle doesn't feel that way because she has a soft spot for him, you know? And Mary, I'm not saying she's wrong, but it's obvious to me that Mary 100% has labeled him a narcissist in her mind, and so is dealing with him in that way, like processing him through her mind in that way. And so, like, if you label someone a narcissist, and I'm not saying he's not, you know what I'm saying? I think he is. Like, then that person really wouldn't know other people. Other people are merely a reflection of himself. And so the ones that reflect beauty, like narcissists, like goodness, like Robin, who somehow reflects back to Cody, what I already said, brave and kind, handsome, strong, brave, kind, sexy. That is how Robin looks at Cody. She's like, blink, blink. Yes. Now, even now, we don't even see that look anymore. Like, obviously, again, seasons 1 through 18, 19, that's all we saw. So it's interesting now because we get a lot of wincing from her. We get a lot of that throat pulling. And then she gets, also like, I'm just shy. I don't want to like touch him. I don't want to have him kiss me or whatever. So I wonder how much he gets those looks now. It makes me LOL. He certainly is thrown off balance in a lot of other ways by throwing himself off that bike. Ha ha ha, like I said. And then Mary gets, conversely, a great biking scene. From bad bikes to good bikes. From trying to four-wheel like in a dusty ass fucking parcel of land where your wife almost, hurt herself on camera last season. Mary is going to take Ron, who we know from her matchmaking early episode, to Zion National Park, and they're going to do electric bikes, and Mary is having the time of her life. Mary is like, I found myself. I got to shed dead weight, and now I don't have to like lie or pretend to be anything I'm not or think I'm weird. I'm great. My name is Mary. And guess what? You could also call me Hilary because I'm hilarious. And we're like, good. Good. No, it's good. It's good. Obviously, I'm very happy for her. I want this for her. I don't want to be back with Cody. Isn't it great though that it's like a tinge of obnoxiousness, and you can't ever tell anyone I said this, just like a little bit just cringy, where you're just like, I just don't know if you're funny, babe. I don't know if you're funny. I don't even know if you've ever met a funny person. I hate to say that. It's just that I think that there is like a direct line between how stringent and you are in your ways you see the world, and how thin your life experience is on the scale of things. If both those things are happening, then you're not funny. But you can have a smaller life experience, but have like an openness to the world and like be open and then be funny, and just have a singular experience. And thus, like, you can have one off, but if you have both off, you're not funny. I don't think you have the propensity to. I think you can regurgitate things. I think you can think of words to say in a sentence, and I think that you can recognize pattern and or rhythm, and you can certainly laugh at your own jokes, and you can certainly find people that are bored in this world that, with a couple of like boring days and some easy afternoons will laugh at you. But I mean, being funny is like a whole thing. I'm sorry. Um so Lisa obviously knows everything. She's like, I think Ron's already getting it in. Now, this is an interesting scene because she's very quick. It's been 6 months since they met. She's like very into like, we're just friends. We're not really doing anything. We're not putting any labels and we're just like getting to know each other. And we're like, okay, what does that mean? Because during Zion, he's like, when I first asked you, what was the first question I asked you during the matchmaking thing? And she's like, you asked me if I'm romantic. And I am. And I know this sounds crazy. To me, I'm like, how do you not know that after 6 months? Just by word and deed and thought, like, how do you know someone that you met like in a romantic setting? In the sense, like a matchmaking situation is like automatically romantic. It isn't like you met this person while you were still married. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you know what I mean? So yeah, why how are they? Yeah, it was just an interesting thing to like art just only be at that level, like, yes, I am romantic. Oh good, you are romantic, check. Well, 6 months later I can ask another question, like, have you thought of touching me? Like, what are you unless this is all a big show. So um by the way, I think the idea of riding those electric bikes through those red rocks sounds so lovely. It's Yeah, it's fun. It's beautiful. It must be so serene and peaceful, like, and if they weren't on camera, I'm sure it'd be, like, hella romantic. I mean, if they were romantic people, which he is. She says she is. She also says she's funny, though, and obviously, you know how I feel about that. So, I mean, it's one thing to say something, and it's one thing to be about something, and you have to, like, show me. Okay, I'll tell you this. I think I still have it, I'm not quite sure. I As you know, I've always been obsessed with sexuality. That's fine. And when I was really young, like in the 90s, blah, 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 I had some book that was like 1001 Ways to Be Romantic. And it was just, who knows, like, how to keep the romance alive. Like, I bought a bunch of how to keep the romance alive books when I was like way too young, like, whatever, way too young. Okay. I'm in like junior high, like grades, like junior high, not grade school, junior high. It's technically grade school because you're in 7th grade, 8th grade, whatever, like whatever, sometime junior high, high school. Because it was like I wanted to understand how people express romance. And, they're all like the 1001 ways are like, write a note on a post-it and put it in the bathroom mirror and then kiss with your reddest lipstick. Then spray his shirt with your perfume or whatever the fuck, like when he comes to the door, wrap yourself, in like a bow, like who knows? It's all of those. Okay. And it's funny because all those things sound crazy. I've never done any of those things. But also, I mean, maybe I just haven't been moved or inspired, but it's just so funny. Like the thought of, I guess everyone's different. I haven't been with someone super romantic then. Like, I haven't been with anyone who wants like who cares about seeing me in laundry, like just cares about lingerie. I can't finish a sentence. Okay, can I go back to what I'm saying? I'm so sorry, sister wives. God damn it. Okay, so he, Ron, is like tired of living under this church's thumb. He just, had milestones he felt like he had to hit, and it's just like too much for him. He's happy he's done. And we're like, okay, was he just like super Christian? We're not quite sure. Maybe he was just like regular Mormon. I mean, like mainstream Mormon, LDS Mormon. I think he was. So the next scene is the best scene, which is that Christine is throwing Janelle a divorce party, and Janelle shows up, oh my God, with her titties out, with like this like low cut, like off the shoulder, like V-neck. I mean, like sundress, like flirty ass fucking short ass sundress, Oh my God. I was like, Janelle, honey, didn't want to wait. She couldn't wait for that spiritual release. She was just like, get me those angels to give me a fucking pass because I don't want to be with this man and I want to show off this body, yada, yada. And I'm feeling good. And Christine is like, yeah, girl, you look great. If you haven't yet, please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. Please, wherever you are, give it a little thumbs up, especially if you liked Janelle's titties out. I was so happy. Christine was like, you're glowing. I was like, yeah, Janelle, honey, she got a release, honey. She's like, yeah, I'm ready for some new blood. Everyone's at this party. It's every sister in every various stage of matrimony. But like Christine has like a German half sister, like there's just so many random people there, with like a face that looks familiar, and they're just a bunch of women just coming together to celebrate. And I loved it. Like I was like, oh my God, this is the best scene. Like this is all these women that are like, yeah, I just, I got married at 27 because at that point I was really old. And so I did it, and then I realized it wasn't for me. And then now I'm better. I like know myself. You just really need to get through that to know yourself. Now that's like, obviously verbatim, something that we would hear from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Oh my God. Help. Okay, this is what I want to say. Help. If Sister Wives wanted to pivot to the next season being adjacent to like the women coming together and talking to like ex polygamous women, ex sister wives, I would be in. I'd be so in. No, I'd be like, please do it. Please do that. If you had like those three women and, Mary doesn't want to film with Christine, fine. Like wherever the ex-polygamists are and whoever they'll film with, you can just have little pockets. Because as I said, Janelle will film with anyone. So just have Janelle back and forth. If Janelle's like, I got to stay in the farm, then maybe everyone just films on the farm. Like maybe that's what you do. Like you have workshops where ex sister wives come and then they talk about it because it's like so fascinating. And then somehow we just get to watch a little screen the last 5 minutes, just Cody and Robin being mad that they have no storyline and it's all about the ex sister wives. That's what I want. Okay. It's funny because as Lisa said, we'll find out also, I guess, what happens with Ron if they're together. It's just it was weird because not only did he find out that she was romantic, she was kind of like a little piercing about whether he also like just found out that she was witty. She is combative. She's adversarial and combative, not just to Cody. Like she is with Raw a little bit. Like if you say something, she's on the attack in every answer. And she would have to literally be sat down by somebody and be like, no, literally, girl, watch you do it here. You just found that out? You're just figuring that out? Like you just have to play her each time she does and be like, no, just watch your energy. See how someone gave you something and what you're doing is kind of, okay, it's like you're taking what they said to you and then ninja starring it back to them. Or like, it's just like it's like a piercing stab. Like you see how like it's not fun to talk to you because of that and you wouldn't want to do it ever again. Mary, can you get over this anger or can you get over this like chip on your shoulder? It like when you have this kind of energy, I always wonder if like it's just a mindset that you have to break. Like you would have to want to break it. You have to do I guess with everything, you would have to want to change. You would have to agree that whatever it is not the best and it's not how you would enjoy living or how you see your higher self. And then you would have to like be really honest as someone is like, no, this is right here is when you do it. And I'm controlling, right? So I'm not like mean spirited. Like this sounds mean when Mary does that kind of stuff. I'm more controlling over how I want things. And then it's hard for me to have patience. Like that's something that's very true. But I'm really trying. I am trying so hard in the year of our Lord, again, 2026. And I keep saying that because I literally need the Lord's help. And I'm like only half Catholic at this point and like not at all Christian. God bless. I like Mary. You know, she's my favorite. Um, I really need help and guidance with patience. It'll do me a world of good and anyone around me, but also this world. Ugh, my stress, everything. Having that, Mary, I feel like would live easier and better if she could just unpeel one or two layers of what feels like rage, anger off of her, just negativity of how she feels the world either has treated her or sees her, because it's really toxic and it's something that is just like, it feels like a switch you just have to like hit. You have to like be trained to hear it in your voice, see it. You have to know when you're doing it, like when you're throwing it back at someone and then just be like, oh, I did it. I'm doing it. And then just until that enough happens, until you can be like, it's in my mind, but I'm not going to say it until I can rephrase it. Oh, I'm glad you just realized that I'm witty. Sometimes I have my moments. I mean, I don't know how you can do that over like a course of time without me just like, obviously the way I did it, which is just through the work and trial and error. It's kind of like meditation where you have to like just train your mind to like do something until it's easier. Mindfulness meditation is, I guess, supposed to be like that. I can't ever get that right. I have such a monkey mind. Oh, Okay, so at this lovely ladies retreat where all the sister wives are getting together and being like what our lives were and had to be, God bless, and some are still in it and some are happy and out, and Christine's like, this is the greatest. I love to throw parties, me. I'm going to have a bunch of flowers and then fake tattoos, which I get, fake tattoos. Okay, couple of things. Christine went so tattoo heavy, it's LOL. She fucking loves tattoos. Fake tattoos are interesting. I will say that I recently saw you can get your own fake tattoo printer maker, like so that I could like have right now the ability to make any tattoo I wanted based upon a graphic. And that sounds great. Like I think that that's cute. I almost said hot. It's hot. Like that's super cute. It probably makes a really good gift for like a girl like me of various ages. Any person, a person who, listen, who doesn't want a fake tattoo maker? I'll tell you who wants it. Christine. But Christine didn't get, she just had a bunch of fake tattoos and you were supposed to pick which one. And Janelle picked this watercolor lion all over her back. It's like, yeah, I guess it's like it's like, yeah, anyone who would get like a Guns N' Roses esque, it's Jason. It's like, I don't know. It's the generation of that kind of woman tattoo that's like a big ass lion like that. It does feel like it's decidedly early 90s. If your highest time, your highest sense of self was like at early 90s. My highest sense of self is like, unfortunately, like 2000s, the aughts. So Janelle in this whole party is like showing us a different side. And Christine is letting it be known that like she knows that Janelle has a freak leak inside her, because she's like, I'm going to have not just flowers, temporary tattoos, but a spicy bar where basically you have different chips and you put salsa on them and you'd be like, how spicy can I get? And I think Janelle wants to get real spicy. Janelle's like, I'll tell you what my New Year's resolution of Chris Farah needs more patience and, to do some more mindfulness. I want to be more spontaneous. And I love that for her. Like you're only on God's green earth for as long as you are. And I think that if there's a chance to live a little, you have to do it. And hopefully you know a sense of right from wrong and also have boundaries in your life, and you can love yourself and take care of yourself and respect yourself. It's just, you have to know you can do things, but yeah, live, you have to live. Okay. So then Christine and Janelle talk. And Christine and Janelle are like, oh my God, the apology tour. I know. And also, we knew they talked by phone already. And then she's like, and you saw Mary. Yeah, Mary. And it's interesting because the Reddit streets, and Lisa can say, are like, Mary didn't sign the NDA. And did Christine and did Janelle? Some people like maybe Christine didn't. That's why she could write the book. It does feel like Janelle and Christine in this moment give a lot of grace to Cody for not trying to get in good with the kids. Because that's what they have in common, is they're all those kids, and they could be talking about like his lack of child support or whatnot, or how he's feeling, or how the kids are feeling about him, about the apology tour. And they definitely don't. Okay. Christine's just so happy that everyone's out. And I think that Christine is so happy that Janelle's out. No NDA at all. KNR approached Mary to control her. Oh, God bless. They really thought they could. Well, they did for so long. And Mary was like, oh, yeah, how come it's only me that you're trying to do this to? Because the other bitches won't let you? Why am I letting you? I mean, like, I feel like Robin and Cody's ultimate goal was to have like Mary be the server at each one of their Valentine's Day dinners. And like Mary would come and be like, ma'am, sir, your first course? Have a lovely dinner, you romantic souls. I'll never know romance, I'll never know wit, never know romance. I've never known telling a joke or hearing my own laugh. I'm Mary. The scenes, honey, from the next tell-all get into some of the teas of the drama Lisa knows, which is that obviously Mary's biggest thing that happened, which is great that it happened because it was like, oh my God, was that she was catfished and she had to come clean because she's on a show, and she was catfished by someone who was a lady pretending to be a man, and they were having a romantic conversation, relationship, emotional cheating, where Mary wanted to leave her situation, which obviously we know she had every right to. It was shitty for a long time and she had no love there. And so what is revealed is that, Robin had cozied up to Mary. That was how she got in real early on. And Mary was, for some reason, daft enough to think that thank you. She was daft enough to believe that she held the power in the marriage, so that when Robin came winking, she didn't think twice and was like, yeah, you should go out with her. And then when he was like, great bitch, now I'm going to fucking divorce you, whittle down your rings, you have no claim on me, marry her so I can adopt her kids as my own. Mary was like, like, he checkmated Mary so early on, and then Mary was just stuck there because the angel said her spirit had to be there for the rest of her life. And then she just was so fucking bored. She just went online, met this person. Mary, Mary's already famous. I already said saying she's daft. So she gets hooked because she doesn't know that like there's people in this world that like are only too happy to fuck up someone on a show like Sister Wives. I mean, I'm not a troll, but even I know that's like top tier troll behavior. Like, Catfish could never. I mean, like, the Catfish MTV docuseries show could never. The fact, yeah, like, catfishing a celebrity, like, it is great. Like, it's great for a lot of reasons, not just a celebrity, like, not just the Monty Teo. Remember him? Because Monty Teo, that's not his name. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, God bless you. Okay, is that he was just he was just a young guy Of course, a young guy's gonna like want to like hook up with a hot girl. Like, that's not a thing. Manti Teo, that's what it is. Mary was obviously a sister wife, married to someone we know, Cody, with all those kids, and all those wives, and super fucking conservative. So like when that was what was transpired and revealed, it was like blew my mind, obviously. And she had told Robin about it, and Robin told Cody because she is, of course, you know, you know, she's like on one knee at my liege to him at all times. And he's like so thankful. And then Robin is like so pissed. And I'm sure that this unspokenness was also why Christine was like, I don't fucking trust Robin. Not at all. I won't trust her. I can't even talk about her stupid dolls. Mary is very gullible. These people were right off the compound at the point. I know Mary's very gullible. I know it's true. Like Mary, like every time someone laughs at Mary, they're like, "Oh, they're my best friend. They think I'm hilarious. I must be hilarious." Mary, come on. If Mary was a rich male, she'd be the biggest mark at any strip club or whatnot. Like, like she can be gotten, which she's got to like get her shit together. At the same time, anyone who like is an MLM, they deserve a little being gotten. You got to get out of the pyramid to like truly get to a level of not being gotten. Maybe that's the ultimate emotional IQ test. Is that rude? You tell me. So my loves, that was really the end. Obviously, as I said, the stuff that's happening in the next episode, I'm thrilled about. How are you? How's your week been? Lisa, thank you so much I know Robin trapped her. I know it. Robin's best friend Kendra vouched for Sam. He was a real guy, and Mary pursued Sam. Kendra said she did business with fake Sam. Robin and Kendra encouraged her to leave. Wait, let me go back. I was gonna see if you. Oh no. Yeah, Lisa, did you answer my question about being in Leon's club, and did you get anything? What'd you get from Leon's club? Okay. Yeah, I think that's so cute. Like, I love the idea. I wish I was a handy person. I'd be like, yeah, join my Patreon and I'll give you something that I hand make. Like, I want to give out something, not in the club, Lisa. Okay. I want to give out something for my Patreon and I haven't decided what it's going to be yet, but like, it can't be something I make like all of it from my hand. Like, I'd like to do like little like beauty bags or something like is more on brand for me and also something that I would have wherewithal about. But, if you have a preference of something, if you would join my Patreon, and would that be a cute thing? But then I would do like different versions. Maybe I would just do skincare. I would probably have to just do or like all untinted skincare so that anyone can enjoy it, as opposed to any like colors, Anyway, so what is your life like, guys? How are you? I'm so happy to be already in the like second week of this year. I'm like wishing that everything would kind of be tied up, and I definitely wish that things were always easier, faster, and more comfortable across the board. But I swam today for the first time and I've been really loving swimming. And that feel was really good. I got a lap swimming mask, which is so dumb, but like if you are a swimmer, it's because I have like a real tightness and I can't really breathe very well, like when I'm freestyling. But if I have a lap swimming mask, I can like go for hours. My cardio is like great. So, and I really need some cardio. I also need some vitamin D. It's been like so rainy here in Southern California. Other than that, it's been, yeah, good. It's been getting back to business, traveling a lot. 5 cruises on the books in 2026. Sorry for the flex, but I worked full time since 15. No, listen, totally, but like totally. I just have never. That is like such a feat. Okay, so is it one cruise line, and they're like, you like the cruise line, so you're like, we're gonna do all of their little itineraries? Or are they different cruise lines and different itineraries across the board? Or is it is there multiple cruises based on one section of the world? Like Alaska, like everyone's doing Alaska. But there's the Mediterranean. I mean, Croatia. I mean, I want to do them all. Greece. I want to like I mean, I think you can do a lot of those in one time. Probably the Mediterranean. Ha ha ha. No big cruises. All princess. I'm elite level girl. What does that mean? I've only been on I've only been on one cruise, and it's like the Carnival cruise. That's Baja California, which obviously Baja California is great, but it's like the most basic 3 city cruise you can get from like LA. So it's like Ensenada. What else? Whatever's down there. Other places, great. And it was fun. It was because I was young and my cousin Monique went with me. Monique, literally the same person that is, talking about the apology tour on the last episode of Sister Wives with me. We were really young and they'll just give you alcohol. Like for some reason, Monique looked so young, so much younger than me. And yet when we were together, and maybe it was the 90s, but people would just give us alcohol all the time when we were like 15, 16, 17. Like there is not a way when I look back at these pictures that you don't know these people are 2 fucking years old. I mean, like and I mean, yeah, like a cruise is one of those places where you can really get drunk, like I'm not going to say which one of us because I don't want to, but one of us, maybe I'll just, you know what, maybe I'll just not, I'm going to tell that story I'll tell that story at a different time. Yeah, I just, like they won't stop serving you is my point. If anything happens and you would think that you'd stop serving someone, they were like, nope. Great, like round 2, come on. So I haven't been on a cruise in a long time. Elite level means to me that when you go, you have like a suite on a high level, or that somehow, because that your obviously your experience is better than others. I mean, yeah, how lovely. Alaska 5 times, like 5 small repositioning cruises. Mexico small, yeah, go to Mexico 5 times. Japan, after Japan, transatlantic to Barcelona, Spain, and transatlantic. Oh my God. Wait, so you went from New York to Spain? That's yeah, transatlantic is like crazy. It's like so what they used to do. Like, how long does it take you to do that? Is it hard to be at sea just for days on end? I get seasick. I get motion sickness. I'm such a sensitive little flower. Like no one understands my sensitivity to my core in every way. Truly. Okay. The highest level of loyalty program. I get that, Lisa, because if you are not one thing in this world, at least to me, you are incredibly loyal. You've been talking to me for so long. You're my elite level girl. Anyway, coming up. Anyway, Lisa, what are you watching? Are you watching any docuseries? I'm excited to populate the RSS feed for Vanity Fair with more things. So I'm going to do some guests and then talk about some pop culture things. I'm like somewhat obsessed with the Ashley Tisdale mom group drama. So, So my hard and fast opinion right now is that all of this is like a PR campaign to get like trumped up interest in a show that would be like Celebrity Mom Club, because they could sell that show to like Netflix and have like all executive production credits now, and they just like showcase their life and like not even have to really work, or just work and also do this. That's one thing. And the second thing is, that's kind of like what the Kardashians did. Like the Kardashians had the sex tape come out, be released, like it'd be a story, and then leveraged that to not just get a reality show, but be executive producers of it, and therefore be able to get the money in the back end, and also like have editing control. And that is what I think all of these women are doing. Mandy Moore, Hillary Duff, Haley Duff, Megan Trainor, because all of them could probably use, and Ashley, a little more fame. They could use a little more fame, especially if they got to start their own franchise. That is what I think. 15 days to cross the sea. Wow, 15 days. 15 days to cross both seas. Oh, you'd think, oh, yeah, Japan. Because you would think the Pacific one would be like longer, just bigger. I mean, it's bigger. The word's bigger. It's bigger. Wow, that's fascinating. All right, my babes. Yeah, I'm gonna find some good things to watch. I'm excited for The Bachelor. I haven't started watching the Traders, but if you're watching Traders, do tell me. Traders is of interest. The Bachelorette, when of course Taylor comes on, I'm into. Other than that, we're following 90 Day Fiance Toe and 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. Before the 90 Days, you get first access to visuals on my Patreon, and it's free on Vanity Fair's RSS feed. Wherever you listen to podcasts, please go and give 5 stars and review on Apple, Spotify. You can also follow me. I'm at Chris O'Farah on TikTok and on Instagram. I have a Substack, that's Chris Farah. I'm on YouTube, Chris Farah. I have a Facebook page, Chris Farah, and a group, Vanity Farah. So go subscribe, like, tickle my algorithm, all of it. Thank you so much, obviously, for your comments here and everything. I'm loving Jenny. She's so funny. I really want to talk to Jenny. If you're listening, Jenny, because you know that she watches my YouTube, thank you so much. You are giving such great content. Sorry about the hit on your head, but also thank you so much for finally being like, I'm too old for this. I don't want a boss. I get it. 2 breaths, and then, I'll say my dumb phrase and we'll be out of here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, truly. I have a lot of gratitude that anyone would spend any time listening to this voice, just monkey mind everywhere, but also all of my verbal tics. I wish I didn't say like as much. At the same time, I wish I could just hear all your voices sometimes. Like, I wish I had some crazy dumb power where I could just like hear each one of your comments in your voice, like play it and then have you all hear it. Like, wouldn't that be fun? That's got to be like some version of streaming that happens next. I guess it'd be like little videos if you made every one of your comment little videos, but that's annoying. Okay. Breath. Okay. Rehearsal breath. In. Just people all sharing the exact same space together. It's such a wild thing in this very present moment. We're all doing it. As you hear my breath, it's all happening. So as you breathe, I mean, we're all one. That's what's great about it. Okay, this is the real thing. Blow it out and let's do it. It's nice. Okay. Take care of yourselves and one another. Stand up for what you believe and make art, and I'll talk to you later. All right? And be spontaneous. Live if you are given a chance. For Janelle, for me, for you. Bye. See you.